when I was 18, 19 years old, around that point, I had this like massive like upswing. You know, I had all this media attention, I had these booming businesses and all these different types of things. But the media kind of created a version of who I was. Other people created a version of who I was, right? And so there is sort of a version of who I was that I saw, but I wasn't. And I was trying to act who this Scott was in the limelight of being this, 19-year-old whiz kid entrepreneur that was everybody else's take of me. And that in and of itself ended up being the biggest roller coaster and the reason why I went almost $1 million in debt.
In the early days, I had enough money, right? But as it got, kind of bigger, as he expanded things, it got more difficult because no matter what, I just never had the money or the credit to bail him out. Right? And as a parent, it's very difficult. But, Scott used to say, it'll be okay.
I was trying to get the momentum. I was trying to get the next big win. I was trying to get the next big thing. And in the point of doing that, I lost everything. I bet too big, I bet too often, and I really, quite literally killed myself over it. It was June of 2013. I was in my car. I used my last, I had air miles, and so I cashed my air miles in for gas cards and grocery cards. And I used my last bit of it in my Mitsubishi 2009 Eclipse car. And I remember by the end of me being in the car was completely fogged up and I was just uncontrollably crying. And it was at that point where I realized I've been living like I'm not even who am I? Like I'm not even who I am.
And I hear parents talk about their kids want $20, right? Or their child won't get off the Chesterfield to go to work. And I think, my God, I got the other issue. I got a son who works day and night. I'm afraid that he's gonna die. I'm afraid that he's gonna have a heart attack like I did.
Why did you allow yourself to be someone you're not? And why did you continue the cycle?
I think that probably comes down to the fact that I might have not known who I was, right? I think a lot of the time we get up in the morning, we play somebody else, especially if you're an influencer online, especially if you're a personality that people follow, right? It doesn't matter if you have an email list or 1 million people on Instagram. You get up in the morning, you're playing somebody in some version, right? And I know at that point, I was a fat kid when I was younger. Wasn't liked. Wasn't the cool kid at all. And now I was. So I went from being not liked to everyone liking me. And so I think at the end of the day, I associated, if I do these cool things, but everyone will like me, right? I think I didn't love myself. I had so much, I wouldn't say hatred towards myself. I was absent of love of myself. And because of that absence of love, I was doing whatever I could to be liked. And that meant being this version of me that wasn't actually me. The failure is easy. The success is the most difficult part because you don't know who you're gonna be inside of success. Knowing who you are in failure is super simple. You know how much you will lie. You know how much you will, bend back your integrity. You know how much you will do this, that, and everything else, right? You find it real quick who you are when you're in debt. But success, we have no ability to even imagine it. We don't know what it's gonna feel like to have millions of dollars. You don't know what it's gonna be like to have all these people that listen to you. Being able to build a successful business is about being able to have it as a business, not you being the business. And almost all of my businesses, unfortunately, always started and stopped with me being the reason that they were either successful or not. I want to fix that problem for other people. I know what it's like to be in my superpower, to be in my zone of genius. Like, I am in the flow, like in flow all the time. It feels like everything just is meant to be the exact way that you want it and the exact way that it's supposed to be. But when you're doing all the things you're not supposed to do, all the things you're not good at, well, that's where all the hustle comes in. That's where you're hustling to do this and hustling to do that and hustling to do this. And it's literally like you're going up an uphill battle all day long. I think hustle in many ways is betrayal of, you know what? I don't enjoy myself enough to just hang out with me. I don't believe that there's enough to just enjoy life, because I've listened to everybody else and saying that I need to go do, instead of realizing that we can be human beings and we don't have to be human doings. And I think, thankfully that's where my life is today. The ability to work a couple hours a day, the ability to take off a week every single month, the ability to have, quite literal financial freedom to do what I want when I want to do it. But I want other people to be able to get this in a condensed way, to be able to increase the momentum of this and to collapse time, because it's truly possible. It's truly possible to get where I am today without a calendar with like block to block to block, without having to do all the things I don't want to do. Most of the online world, they can't tell you how to do this, how to do that, but it is all possible. And I can do it, someone else can do it. The biggest piece is there's no one showing other people how to do it. And I really want to be that person to show you.